I joined a Pokemon Draft League run by my friends Wells and Nugdub. For those who don't know what a Draft League is, here's a quick rundown. Each coach gets 100 points to draft exactly 10 Pokemon, with Pokemon having different point values from 20 to 1 depending on how good they are. Coaches take turns drafting Pokemon in a snake draft format until everyone has assembled their roster. Draft League is all about looking at your opponent and trying to counter team their Pokemon. This league is going to be played in VGC Regulation H, which means we will be playing in a best of 3 doubles format. Each week, coaches bring the 6 Pokemon most fit to take on their opponent's roster. Between weeks, they are able to change moves, abilities, and items of their Pokemon, but the species must stay the same. During the best of 3, coaches are able to see their opponent's chosen team of 6 for the current week, and can choose 4 of their 6 to take to each battle within the best of 3. If you're still confused or simply want to learn more, I'll provide some useful links in the description. This season, I am the captain of the Melee Menses, and I was picked 14 out of 16, so let's go over who I drafted. My original plan was to draft a Sun team, led by Torkoal, and supported by fast sweepers like Hisui and Lilligant, and slower Pokemon that would also be able to function under Trick Room because of Torkoal's low speed. I figured that if I could successfully draft Torkoal, I'd be able to pick up the rest of my planned team uncontested. However, things never do go to plan, do they, as Torkoal was sniped at only pick number 3. This put me into a panic, as there aren't really any Pokemon that can replace Torkoal's sun-setting ability. Fortunately, I had plenty of time to think of a new plan, and decided to lean fully into Trick Room. This led me to draft Ursaluna as my first pick. It is a very bulky physical attacker that can deal out huge amounts of damage with its dual normal and ground stabs, and its massive 140 attack stat. Having only a speed of 50, Ursaluna is quite vulnerable without Trick Room support, which is why for my next pick, I drafted Indeedee Female. Indeedee is a great support Pokemon, getting access to vital utility moves such as Follow Me to redirect attacks away from its teammates, Helping Hand to increase their damage output, and of course the very necessary Trick Room. Indeedee's ability Psychic Surge also helps out Ursaluna, as it sets up Psychic Terrain, blocking priority moves that would bypass the speed reversing effect of Trick Room. Both Ursaluna and Indeedee are quite expensive, so for my next pick I drafted Alchemy for 5 points. Its Sweet Veil ability prevents my team from falling asleep as long as it's on the field, and its Aroma Veil ability prevents the effects of Taunt and Encore. Having the ability to choose either of these allows me to adapt to my opponent's team in prep, while ensuring that my opponent considers these counters when building their team. Next up, I wanted a powerful special attacker to complement Ursaluna, so I chose to draft Armarouge. This has been a very consistent partner for Indeedee during Regulation H, being able to click very powerful expanding forces on Psychic Terrain alongside a plethora of strong fire type moves, while being a second Pokemon able to set Trick Room. For my 5th pick, I drafted Hydrapple. With its great physical bulk and special attack, and its 44 speed, it's a perfect candidate for my team, able to dish out big damage with Fickle Beam, while also being able to provide longevity to itself and the rest of its team with Recover and Pollen Puff respectively. At this point, I needed something that I could use to pivot around and use to disrupt my opponent. That's why I opted to pick up the pre-evolution to Incineroar, Torracat. This Pokemon thrives off being able to switch out with the likes of Parting Shot and U-Turn, allowing it to come back later and reactivate its Intimidate ability and use of Fake Out. Next up on my list of support Pokemon is my 7th pick, Hisui and Sneasel. With its base speed of 115, it's able to support my team very well while out of Trick Room, as it is able to click Fake Out into an opponent's potential Fake Out, letting its partner set up or deal some damage reliably. Additionally, its access to the move Coaching allows it to support my physical attackers Ursaluna and my next pick, Gyarados. My team needs to be able to function outside of Trick Room on the off chance I'm unable to set it up, and while Gyarados, at 81 base speed, may not be the fastest Pokemon on paper, after using Dragon Dance, it can quickly become quite fast. Its access to Intimidate will likely force my opponent to prep for that, but if they forget about Moxie, it may prove troublesome for them. With only 6 points left, I had to be very purposeful with my picks. When taking a look at the remaining 5 pointers, one of them stood out, that being Hitmonchan. This Pokemon provides a very unique set of utility moves, being able to utilize Fake Out, Knock Off, Encore, and Taunt to disrupt my opponent, while also being able to support the rest of my team with Helping Hand. Lastly, with only 1 point left, I had no choice but to pick up what would surely become my team's MVP, and of course, that Pokemon is Sotodle. Jokes aside, this Pokemon has a pretty decent HP stat, and with the thick fight ability and access to the Eviolite item, can potentially take some hits reasonably well. Conversely, Sotodle also learns Belly Drum, and may be able to be put in a position where it can sweep with that. Additionally, its sheer force ability combined with a wide array of affected moves may be enough to pick up a few KOs. And there you go, my team for my first ever draft league. If you're as excited as I am for this, consider leaving a like, or subscribing if you're new, so you don't miss my matches this season. The video for my week 1 match should be out soon, so look forward to that.